All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you are in this beautiful world. Welcome to our Inner Circle Live pre-New York session. I'm your host, Ryan Carthage. We'll be joined shortly by my also partner, Mr. Benny Allen. Hope everybody's doing well today. We're going to dive in, right? Take a look at fundamentals, prep for some of the data that's coming out later today, and then dive into the chart. So as always, let's turn off all distractions, grab the pen and paper for notes, and let's make sure that we participate and engage. All right. Drop that off. All right, cool deal. So let's hop over to trading economics. We will see what's popping there from a fundamental perspective. Make sure we get this moving correctly. Got one thing here. All right, cool deal. So trading economics. We have German factory orders tumble. German factory orders tumbled. Plunged 11.7% from month over month in July 2023, the most since April 2020. So far, worse than market estimates of 4%. Right. Shifting from an upwardly revised 7.6% growth in June, this was the first drop in industrial orders since March, dragging down by large-scale orders, particularly air and spacecraft manufacturing. All right, so things are starting to shift a bit. In the Eurozone, right? Starting to shift a bit in the Eurozone. So we want to continue to be cognizant of what's happening from a data perspective, right? So that's there. Eurozone retail sales fall in July. Retail sales in the Eurozone decreased month over month in July, following an upwardly revised 0.2% rise in June, compared with the market expectation of 0.1% drop. Sales in automotive fuel were down 1.2% amid rising prices on the fuel side. On the other hand, sales of food, drinks, and tobacco increased by 0.4%, and those of non-food products advanced by 0.5%, marking the fourth consecutive month of gains. Online trade growth accelerated 3.8%, and on a yearly basis, retail sales is down 1%, marking the 10th consecutive month of contraction in retail sales. All right, so again, coming out of the Eurozone, we got to start looking at that data to monitor what's happening there. Okay. So another data point for us to pay attention to there. Coming back, we got Australia Q2 GDP growth beat the estimate. Australia held their cash rate. But we have GDP growth beat the estimate just barely, right? 0.4% estimate. The forecast was 0.3%. Okay. Then this is a new article. Let's see here. Japanese 147 per dollar hitting its weakest level in over 10 months and prompting authorities to warn against excessive currency volatility. We talked about the yen as it got into the upper 140s, and we'd have to watch to see what happened, right? So we hit 147 on the dollar, and they're starting to give their warnings again. The country's top currency diplomat, Mensada Kanda, said the Japanese authorities won't rule out any options in the currency markets if speculative moves persist. The yen has weakened more than 12% so far this year, as the Bank of Japan remained committed to its ultra-easy monetary policy. In the latest developments, the BOJ board, Nokai Tamura, said the central bank will maintain current monetary settings for now, as it needs more evidence that the 2% inflation target can be met in a sustainable manner. The currency also faced downward pressure from a strengthening dollar as global economic uncertainties drove investors toward safety for the greenback, right? So we got to pay attention to what happens next, right? What happens next? It'll be interesting to see how the market responds to the Bank of Japan's warnings. Okay, so we'll watch that there. That one just popped up. Let's see. Brent crude remains elevated. Extended supply cuts. OPEC plus major Saudi Arabia and Russia extended their voluntary supply cuts through the rest of the year. Saudi Arabia announced that it will extend its voluntary output of 1 million barrels a day for another 3 months until the end of December to stabilize balance in oil markets. Russia also extended its voluntary reduction in oil exports by 300,000 barrels per day until the end of the year. Both countries said they will review the decision monthly to consider deepening cuts or raising production, depending on market conditions. Meanwhile, uncertainties continue to weigh on demand and soft manufacturing and services data economies, right? So oil is still doing its thing, right? They're still cutting back, and we gotta watch, pay attention there, right? So those are the articles for warning. And all right, then over to the calendar. Let's go back. Today we have of Canada, right, coming out at 10 o'clock. Monetary policy report hearing for the pound at 9:15. Final services PMI for the dollar at 9:45. Right, and then to have trade balance for the Aussie, and Governor Lowe speaks for Australia as well, right? And we got some FOMC members coming to the microphone also. So 10 o'clock is going to be the big thing for us to keep our eyes on from a Canadian dollar perspective. Okay, so that's perspective. Vinny, good morning, bro.
Good morning, Ryan. Good morning, everybody. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, man. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. Always glad to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anything fundamentally catch your eye, bro?
Oh man, just the German factory orders. Like, I know it's not a big red folder, but it's very important because we know we've got that ECB interest rate decision looming, and they're saying it's pretty much up in the air right now. So just continue to watch that data out of the Eurozone.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Definitely starting to see some shifts in the data. So
yep,
we shall see. Cool deal. Appreciate you, bro. Do you guys have anything else that caught your eye in the market, or have any questions fundamentally? No, nope, not yet. All right, cool deal. All right, so let's hop over to the charts. We'll take a look at the dollar. I didn't have all of these yen crosses on my take a look at them now. Right, pressing to the upside. Okay. Making this push, we got a daily resistance level 13,077. That will definitely keep our eyes on. Got sideways push right now, but expecting this overall, continue pushing to the upside, right? Continue pushing to the upside. So we'll continue to monitor as it moves through the day. We know here on this is a sub fib to the upside off the low here, right? So retracement, we've been bullish, right? Do we get a pullback before we continue long is the question. We may not. So we'll watch and see what happens. But we got this daily reserve. And actually, we're sitting at another also here. So we'll watch and see what happens as we move forward. Okay. So that is the DXY there. This dollar yen real quick. Also an update in the Discord on this dollar yen, and over a daily perspective, pressing long, right? And these are this bullish action yesterday, right? Pushing us to that 147 zone. What Bank of Japan is concerned about, they want a slow movement. They're okay. So we'll see if that causes a pullback, and then see if we get a continuation. But off the 618 retracement here, we've been long, right? And we've had some pullbacks here, right? Now let's see if we get another pullback, and then a continuation to the matching D extension, ultimately at 151. Got to break the daily level of 148,857 first, and slide past the Bank of Japan and their concerns there. So we'll watch to see how things continue to transpose up. Those other yen crosses are also moving to the upside as well. So we'll keep an eye there. Coming down to the 4. Pull this that one got taken out also. Go. All right, so there we are on the 4, right? We haven't got to here, right? Pushed up into the zone. The overall thought is we hit this D extension without a 382 pullback here. We'll watch to see with that response from the Bank of Japan. We'll see if that causes anything as the New York session opens, right? See if we get a deeper retracement here. Yeah, so but pushing to the upside, right? Strong move. See if we get a pullback, and then a continuation to the upside, right? We got the daily level there that we'll continue to monitor. Coming down to the 1. Bring this back. Oh. This is where we sit on the 1, right? We got 8 hours close to that D extension, right? So again, we'll monitor to see how it moves, but we'll still get to the D extension, get another push to the upside, and then we'll see how the Bank of Japan responds then, right? They might give an even more stern warning at that point, which then might give us some options and opportunities. But we'll wait and see what happens, right? But looking for to get hit. We're pretty close. Got to pull back, really pretty close to hitting that D extension there. So we'll wait for that to occur. I really want that daily level to be hit, and then potentially look for retracement of some sort if it's going to come. All right. Questions on the dollar yen? Benny posted a great update in the Discord on the dollar yen and how things have been moving. So if you haven't had a chance to take a look at that, definitely do so. Definitely do so. All right. No questions. Cool deal. Let's take a look at the coming back to the daily time frame. Overall, been pushing to the upside, right? 6 retracement off the daily, and we've been pushing long. Let me take this fib out. There we go. Right, pushing long. Past few days since last week, just ranging, trying to figure out what is going to happen in the market. Right, got some changes going on. We broke out of this and we pulled back, right, and we're retesting that zone that we broke out. Question is, do we continue pressing to the upside, or do we pull back and retest some of these lower levels? So we'll continue to monitor as we continue to move forward, right? But pressing sideways, see how the market responds and see what direction we get a breakout from. Coming back to the 4. run the. Right, and that got taken out to the downside, so I'll run it here. Boom. So on the 4, we got an 80-20 scenario here. Right? Got an 80-20 scenario. Shot into the 118, 127, trying to get that move back down to the downside, but just been moving sideways, right? That's what we saw in the daily time frame. So we want to see if we get this retracement to occur. All right, give us a low price, then potentially push back to the upside. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for here. This is on the 1 hour. This is what that looks like. We'll see how things move there. But as we come down to the 1, we also have an 80-20 scenario here. All right, so some confluence on the 4 hour and the 1 hour, 80-20. Also got a full breakdown of some of the data and the news behind some of these in the Discord as well. Right. So we'll watch to see, get price to turnover and press down. Okay. Yeah. So confluence on the 4 and the 1 hour on the NASDAQ for an 80-20 opportunity on the retracement. Questions on the NASDAQ? Nope. All right, cool deal. Carolyn, yes, that's not one of the things that we noted of a change. Only change that we have is a change to the evening sessions. So Saturdays are still the same. We didn't note any changes there. So that's the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. Ooh. Hold on. This. We'll just clear this all the way out. Don't know why it looked. Let's come back to the daily. Markup on this one, just to get our levels back in. Boom. All right, levels here, here, and there. Don't have a swing high yet, so that's still considered our daily resistance, even though we're pressing to the downside, and a level there. All right, so we need 2 candles to the right of this candle to close in order for that to be our swing high. So this will get taken out at some point, but we'll drop it in there for now. Actually, no, we'll mark the 4 hour level on the swing high there. So that's our daily. Let's go down to the 4. Got a resistance here. There's that resistance level that we have time frame. So we're good there. And let's go down to the 1. Let's see. So I won't mark there. Just going to leave those. We're just going to look where price currently is. If we break this 4 hour resistance level, then I'll take a look at those higher levels. But there and there. Cool. So that's where we are on the 1. On the 4, gonna run it off of. Boom. That was a fresh AB boundary, and we're in a retracement zone. So that's where we are on the 4 from a Fibonacci perspective. Coming down to the 1. Here's what Benny posted in 80-20 scenario. Shallow retracement, 118 127 zone, and we're pulling back, right? Pulling back. So we'll watch as price continues to move down through the zone. TP1 here at 447, TP2 at 444, right? But we're pressing down to the downside nonetheless, right? So look for that to continue to the downside. So what that means, right? Looking at the currencies, if you have a stock market pulling back, look for the dollar to continue pushing to the upside, right? So looking for the retrace. And then we'll see what happens as we get lower in the zone. Okay. If we get a bounce or if we get that A taken out for level. All right. So that's the 80-20 on the 500. Any questions here?
No, sir.
Nope. All right. Cool deal. Take a quick look at WTI. And right, push along as expected. We got 380. We didn't get the deeper retracement that we might have wanted off the daily time frame, but we retested the resistance levels here. Right, so pressing to the upside, we broke this B boundary. Now we're stalling a bit. Right, we may see a bit of a retracement, come back and retest that, but ultimately, supply cuts also have some demand issues, but overall, oil is long. So looking for this to continue moving to the upside. You got that resistance level 27 zone, 90.06 that we'll have to watch when we get there, but looking for oil to continue pressing to the upside overall. Down to the 4. Here's a deep retracement on the 4. Now with that daily support, we got our push. Okay, we got our push to the upside. Take those out. Right, so just continue to monitor this. Right, strong bullish action. We're getting a pullback. We'll look for that to continue pushing long. 129 off the 4 hour. Right, so more upward movement to come there, and then coming to the 1. Here we are, B boundary, looking at a retracement. We'll see how deep that comes. We may just start getting at that daily level and then get a push to the upside. That 118 127 zone is in line with that 4 hour D extension. So maybe we get a push into that 4 hour D extension before we get a deeper correction. Okay, so watch this type of action here. Right, so be cognizant of that potential there. Okay, so tight there in those long positions. Yeah, questions on oil, pretty straightforward and simple. You know, Joy's still sitting in her longs off the super lows. Yeah, cool deal. All right, so that's oil. What else I got here? Look at some of these yen crosses here. So we know, like, just 618 retracement and push it to the upside. Yesterday we tried to close above this daily level at 108 180, barely did, but we're pulling back right now. Right, pulling back into the consolidation. So we're going to watch to see when we get down to lower time frames, we'll see what's happening here on this retracement, but ultimately looking for price to continue pushing to the upside. We do have that rate statement coming in today at 10 o'clock. So that could give us that catalyst that we're looking for price to continue pushing to the upside there. Coming down to the 4, right? You see the consolidation in here. you see that push above really clearly here. That strong bullish movement here on the 4-hour break of that daily level. So the way I see this is just a retracement and the market taking back this bullish action, and I'm looking for price to continue pushing to the upside here. Right? Overall, we got a 618 on the 4-hour as well push, but I do think that based on this and this pullback, I'm looking for this to continue to swing to the upside. Okay, you guys follow me there? That was our break. This is our pullback and retest, and then we'll look for a continuation long. Now, Bank of Japan might have something to say about that at some point, right? But until then, we're still long. Coming down to the 1, right? Here's that more clearly. Got a lot of back and forth here, but if we just do this last movement off the bottom of the consolidation, right? This is what we have. This here came right into a 618 retracement off the move out of the consolidation. So this is another form of confirmation for me, looking for that push back to the upside, right? So I am looking for price to break back above that level and continue pressing long here, right? Nice deep retracement on there. Looking for a continuation of follow through. Okay. So long on the CAD. Another one, Benny did a great breakdown in the Discord on. So looking for some action like that. All right. So there's a long opportunity. Like so. Whoops. There's your setup there. On the 1. Okay. That's off the 1 hour. Questions on the CAD yen? Anybody still holding us off the rules? Joyous.
Nope. I'll make that plays out with the 10 o'clock report.
Gotcha. I'm with you there. Cool deal. That's the CAD yen. Let's take a look at the pound yen. Overall, crazy bullish action, right? We got a day at 188.815. That's in line with the 118 level. Actually, at some point, maybe we get a push into the 118, 127 zone. We'll see if we're able to break to the upside there. But recently sideways here. Okay. Coming down to the 4. We got a 382 push, right? On this wick here. Long, right? Sideways movement. See if we get another push to the upside at some point, getting to those higher levels, right? This daily level has continued to hold for us at 183.335. Okay. So the other part of that is if price breaks this level, then could be looking for more downward movement there. Okay. So that's both sides of what I'm looking at. If we break through it, if this level continues to hold, look for price to push to the upside a little bit further. Okay. Coming down to the 1. All right. Here's a little bit more confluence of the long, got an 8.6 retracement, in line with that daily support level that held. Right. So we're pulling back now. right? On our break of the cloud, pulling back to retest. At some point, do long and make that move to the upside. Okay. Set up of blues off the 15 on this CAD yen. There's your 80-20 reaching TP1 right there. Right. So TP1 is boom. Now let's see if we get a little bit of a deeper push, getting us down into our sweet spot. All right. And then we'll see what happens, see if we get an opportunity to get back long. All right. We'll watch and see. We'll watch and see what happens. But that would be the opportunity there on the 15 if we get that deep retracement. Okay. Boom. Like so. So let's watch and see, right? That's a beautiful move to the dot. 80 pips on the 15-minute chart. It's good work, right? So now we look to see how things move. Okay. There's also opportunity if you trade lower than that, coming down to your 5, right? You also had same 80-20 scenario, shallow retracement 118, right? So now we wait and see. Okay. Now we see. Pound yen, questions?
Nope.
Nope. All right, cool deal. Right. That's the pound yen. What else did I have here? Dollar yen, CAD yen, pound yen. Want to take a look at this Euro CAD ahead of this report. Be interesting as this report comes out. So weekly, we've been hovering not able to real level and this weekly level here at 148. Got mixed data, but data starting to shift out of the Eurozone, which gives us an interesting situation, right? If the Bank of Canada comes out and the expectations for them to hold rates, but potentially put on the table or leave on the table the opportunity for additional hikes in the future, right? If that's the narrative and the market takes Governor Macklem seriously, right, we could see this push back down to the downside. But there are also talks of them holding rates, but also preparing to, in theory, cut rates. Some investors think that that is part of the conversation. So it'll be interesting to see what the conversation actually is, right? And what's stated in the statement tomorrow. So, but this could be interesting. We could see a push to the downside here, right? If there is somewhat of a to the rate statement and the press conference tomorrow. So that'll be interesting to see what happens afterwards. Coming down to daily, we also have U2 here. Okay. So we got a deep retracement, 6 zone, 8-6 retracement on the weekly, right? On the daily, we got shallow reading 127 zone. We got lower high being created. Haven't had a look yet. So this will be interesting to see what happens today. Okay. We're able to break and close below this daily level firmly, right? Still have some work to do, but we could start making our way lower. Watch that closely there. Coming down to this is our overall look on the Euro CAD, right? Bullish on the Euro overall. And we've been making our way, 8-6 retracement, been making our way to the upside, right? And these are just smaller moves in between. Whoops. But we've been moving long, just missed the D extension here, back down. So we'll watch to see. Right. Yesterday we did on the 4-hour have a nice close below that daily level, and now we're pulling back. Okay. So pulling back into the consolidation that we just left. Let's see if this pullback gives us the opportunity there. Great statement. Okay. Then coming down to the 1. We got fibs running in both directions. We got a deep retracement here. Pull that out for a second. Right. 786 retracement. And we broke back up. So this daily level, I think, will be key right now. But do we continue to stay above, or do we break back below and continue lower? That's what I'm gonna be looking for as we move through the 10 o'clock hour in that rate statement. What happens at this level? Okay. So that's where I am on the EuroCAD. Mixed right now, but clarity in a little bit. Okay. Questions on the EuroCAD?
No, sir.
Cool deal. What else did I have here? Euro NZD, Euro Aussie. All right. Euro NZD. Still hovering, right? We talked about this potential here. This week will have to close lower in order to give us a swing high here on the weekly time frame. We tried pushing back up into the zone. Take this off for a second. Tried pushing back up, right? And we tested that monthly level that we've been hovering at, and we're staying below so far, right? But this is the potential here if that swing high to form and we start moving back down to the down. Commodity currencies to pick up some strength, but potential crown pattern if we start seeing price move back down to the downside and a shift in the euro. All right, I have my eyes on coming here to the daily. We got a 382, right? But we've been stuck here. So looking to see what happens. We confirm that weekly level here, right? We got a swing low there, but we still haven't been able to break above to continue pressing long. So next couple of weeks will be interesting to see how this one actually plays out, right? We could see some sideways movement in the intro. Okay. Coming down to the 4. A fresh AB boundary, right? We didn't push into the 127 zone, so that still is an option, right? If price breaks that AB boundary, breaks back above that monthly level, then we'll look at the 118, 127, 80, 20 there, right? But down and break this weekly support, then we'll look for price to continue moving to the downside. Okay, so that's 4. Coming down to the 1. Right, we took out boundary, fibs moving down. Okay, so here we had a pullback tracement, making lower highs and lower lows. So still mixed, but we could potentially continue making that move to the downside. Matching the extension off the 1-hour fib is here at 179. So couple things that we need to happen, right? Continue to press to the downside, break these lows, and then ultimately breaking this 180 level to get to the D extension. If we do that, then I could see this being a longer term move to the downside and start it. All right, you guys follow me on that?
Yep.
All right, cool deal. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. All right. So that's the euro. All right, euro. We are trying to get there. So here's the fresh AB battery, right? Broke this daily level. We came back, retested the daily level, and we rejected. So now we got some consolidation. So let's see if we get this action to continue to the downside here. Okay, that's what we're looking for. That daily level held, see if it continues to hold and we turn over. To the 4, there's an 80-20 scenario. All right, I got sub fibs running to the downside here, just to push. That consolidation, we pulled back, attempted it again, not able to know. Are we able to continue this press to the downside? This should be gone. There we go. Are we able to continue this press to the downside? Got a lot of levels in there. Oh, there we go. That's the question. All right, that's the question. So 382 pullback, 2% level, right? So are we able to continue pressing down? The next level to watch is this 165.2 in the matching D extension off that sub fib. Okay, but that'll get us moving that direction, headed to that T1 level, 164. So looking for that to continue. But we need a shift ultimately of commodity currencies. What'll cause that? Don't know. So we'll watch and see how things continue to transpire. On the 1, there's a move to the downside there. Didn't push into that 118, 127 zone. We just continue to track to the downside. All right. So we got a 618 retracement. We'll see if we continue to stay below. Okay. So that's where we are there. Yeah. We are there. So that's what I got on my radar. The cloud. Yeah. Retesting the side. Let's see what happens. That could be interesting. That could be interesting. Let's see. Benny, I know you're waiting on the CAD data. You got anything else that you got your eyes on, bro?
Waiting on the CAD data and then drying out those trades.
Yeah.
The dollar yen. I'm still sitting in the dollar CAD long. Still sitting in the dollar Swissy long. The JPY. I'm still sitting in that one. To the upside. Of course, the Silent Yen hit TP1. That's it. Just letting them ride out. These are swings.
Yes.
So there'll be in 10 new trades every day. Just let the ones that I have going work for me.
Yep.
That's the key. And go on about my day.
That's the ticket, man. That's the ticket. So this euro yen, we gotta test that level. Strong rejection, right? 118, 127 zone, just shy of this monthly resistance at 170. Right. If we see all of these yens continue to track to the upside, we could definitely push into this 118, 127 zone on this weekly time for stat as things move. Coming down to the daily on this one. All right, we got a fresh AB boundary, but again, 118, 127 higher ranges, right? 155 and above. So looking for this to continue to press to the upside. Bank of Japan gave a warning, but we could still potentially see some pushes to the upside before they jump in and intervene. Okay. On our 4, I've been watching this 2 ways, but my bias on this one has changed. So this 80-20 that I did have in, I'm looking at it to fail, right? 80-20 scenario on the 4, but I am looking for price to continue to press to the upside to get to that 118, 127 zone on the 4, and on the daily, right? So this one, not sold on. Okay, bias shifted, and I'm looking at it and pressing to the upside here, right? They're all based on Bank of Japan's stance and not changing anytime soon, right? So look for that to continue to push to the upside there. Coming down to the 1, this is where, right, Benny, we posted this 80-20 in the Discord, and we've been pressing long ever since. This was the low price to get longs, longer term here on the daily, pushing into these higher zones, and on the weekly, pushing into the higher zone, right? Close below 156.80, change your mind on the buy. 156.80. Yes, it would. It would. If we close below this 156.80 level here, yes, that would change my mind and look short. It'll be interesting to see if we get it, right? Because it closed below that next level, that'll be pretty deep. So yes, I agree with that thought, Reese. I agree with that thought. We shall see. We shall see. Starting to realize the power of trading. Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing once you allow the market to do what it does and not fight it. Right. Yeah, it ultimately allows you to allow the pips to come to you, right? Allow the market to come to you. So it's a beautiful thing. So that is where we are on the euro yen. Let's bounce back. Benny mentioned the dollar CAD and dollar Swiss. Let's come back here. So daily time frame, pretty interesting to look at. Take that out. Boom. Right. We wicked the 382 level here in this daily resistance, but we pushed down into this 118, 127 zone, and we got a nice reaction here. Right. And I was watching daily level at 88.75, see if we'd be able to close back above it. And we did on the daily time frame. Right. So we got now retest potential continuation to the upside here. Right. Dollar continues to keep its strength to the upside. Right. So that was a good sight for me to see. Coming down to the 4. It was an AB boundary, right? I told above was, like I said, good to see. Now let's see if we get some continuation to the upside there. Okay. 1. There we go. So as we zoom in on this a bit, right? We broke back to retest. Now we're trying to continue pushing to the upside here. Okay. trying to continue to push to the upside. So watch to see that and see if we get that continued momentum to the upside. Okay. If you come down to your lower time frames on this move up 5. Here, even on the 15, 618, we got our push. Okay, so we're looking at that matching dimension at 89,709 on the 15-minute time frame there. Okay, then run it off the low here. Off of that break, right? You had your 382 push, and now price is trying to get back long. Okay, right? So that's a dollar Swiss all the way down to the far break, retest, looking at a continuation long there. Okay. Questions? You guys got your eyes on anything that you want to take a look at in about 5 minutes or so?
Did you go over Sheffy?
Aussie Swiss? Let's take a look at it. This one's still in the zone. Interesting to see if we get some follow through. Right? Still sitting down here in this daily 118 127 zone, right? That news out of Australia, that retracement, right? Looking to see if we get back to the upside there. So there's your 80-20 on the daily. On your 4, you got an 80-20 here, which we've been tracking. Just gave you a deep retracement on the sub, right? 86 retracement there. And now price is trying to push back to the upside, come back to this area where price turned over. So still ranging here overall, right? Still pressed to the side, but we'll see if we get a catalyst to move things along here. It'll be interesting to see. Be interesting to see. So then down on here, right? We got a deep retrace, price pressed down, not able to finish down to that B boundary level, and we're making waves back upside. So this one will be interesting to watch to see if we're able to push to the upside in favor of the Aussie. As we've been kind of back and right. So what are your thoughts on that, Donette?
I'm still holding for the long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too. Shall see what there. Same thing. Yeah. And then pound dollar. So, right, do we continue to get dollar strength? It'll be interesting to see what happens here, and if the dollar continues to gain this strength. So I took this, but there's a larger fib that runs down, that puts price in a 618 retracement zone off of the larger fib. Along with, yes, this price did wick the 382 here on that push down, but we're getting some sideways pressure here. So it'll be interesting to see how this one moves. Yeah, I do think it has the opportunity to continue down to the downside. It's just a matter of when, right? Just a matter of when. If we zoom in on this from a daily time frame perspective, right? We're support level. Okay, so do we get another push to the side to then come back down? We'll see. Coming to the 4. Here's your 80-20 scenario on the 4. All right, nice push to the now, but we got to break this date we haven't been able to break yet. So that's what I'm watching to see, right? Do we get a break, retest, and then a continuation short. All right, that's what I need to see there. So that's on the 4, coming down to the 1. Have other fibs on this one. There we go. Here's your fib on the 1. Right, we're hovering in the 6-1 retracement zone at this daily level. Is this level able to hold or not? Question. That's what I'm looking for an answer to. We're just pressing sideways. Okay, so I need to break direction of the other. If we get a strong push to the upside, break this level of resistance and potentially even this one here on the lower time frames, that would be a good look for me. Then if we break down, then we'll look for price to continue down to this 123, 161 level. Okay, so that's where we are on the pound dollar. Okay. Questions here? Back to the 4. There's the. Okay. Cool deal. All right, Ben, you got anything before we wrap it up, bro?
No, sir. Great session.
Appreciate it, bro. Carolyn, yeah, we might see that, right? Got to get break this daily level first, but we definitely could see that low price. Benny, if you're talking, bro, you're breaking up.
Can you hear me now? No?
Keep talking. Might be in a rough area. You're muted now, bro, if you're talking.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh yeah, something's wrong with my connection. But nope, great session, man. I don't have anything. Just continue to ride the trades that we're in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cool deal, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, Carolyn, we'll see. If we get a break of that level, then yes, that 123 level will be in our sights. So we shall see. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning. All right. Sent an email out to you guys. Shift in the schedule. Our goal is to continue to bring you guys major value. And this is the next step in the evolution of the Forex Trade Room and the things that we have in store. We've been working extremely hard to get these pieces in place, and things are starting to come together. So shifting the schedule, no longer having Asian sessions, just pre-New York sessions, and we'll have more things to come in the future. Saturday rituals still stay the same. No changes there, but we have tons of value in store coming really soon. So we're excited about it. We're excited about the things to come and the changes that are happening, all bringing together our mission of helping people become consistently profitable traders, professional traders, and providing additional opportunities at a professional level in this trading space. So we appreciate you guys showing up every day. We appreciate your engagement, and anybody that's out there listening, if you're looking to come join us, definitely do. So until tomorrow morning, have a phenomenal day. Stay patient, stay diligent today. Have an awesome one. Peace.
Thank you.